up the inside of the legs, and stop right there. You just feel pleasantly tingly. Okay, you guys ready? Start with the abdomen. Up to the chest. Down the outside ribs. Left arm inside. Up the outside to the shoulder. Down the inside. Up the outside. Face. Not too hard. Better than Botox. I call it Cheetox. And here's the brain. And the neck. Far as down the back as you can go. Then you put your hands behind your back. All the lower back, kidney area. And then the sacrum, bottom of the spine. And then we'll go down the outside of the legs. Down the back of the legs. Down the front of the legs. Up the inside. And excellent. Number 5 is the inner chi shower. Now with the inner chi shower, we take a step in a little bit different direction, and we use something called healing sounds or toning to use the vibrations to clear our body. So that's the Qigong principle, using sound vibrations to clear toxins, to clear blocks in the body. And the main purpose today is to what they call clear heat from the body. And it looks like this, and it sounds like this. We bring the arms up, we inhale, and then we're going to lower the arms, look down a little bit, and imagine that our body is clearing as we're doing this motion. Our cells are clearing with the inner chi shower, like squeegeeing and leaving behind shiny glass. And then the sound that we do with it is she, S-H-E-E. And it's like this. She. So the sound starts high and goes lower as it reaches your feet, kind of like Wile E. Coyote falling down the canyon. And finally gets to the bottom. So I'll do a couple. And if you'll join me, inhale. One more. Okay, now what if you're in a public place and doing a sound like that might seem strange, or your family thinks you're really weird and you're in the other room? You could do this sound, you could choose to do it silently or almost silently like this. And I wanted to say a couple more things about this exercise. One of the reasons I put it in the set is because it's a wonderful way of clearing the whole body. So it's a whole body cleanse that you can use anytime. And it's often given as a prescription to people who are really hot. If they have heat problems, their face is really red, if they have been in the sun too much, or for people who've had radiation or cancer therapy, This helps clear out the toxic heat. So anybody who's having a hot flash, you can have them do this exercise, and often will make that red face become normal colored. I've seen it happen many times in just a few repetitions. Now we're ready for the third flow. The third flow is charging. So we've started by warming up, then we've cleansed, and now we're going to build up energy. We're going to tonify, add, and strengthen our energy. This is like the mountain lake now has fresh glacial water pouring into it. More water is coming in than leaving, and it's becoming beautiful and scintillating in the sunshine, which is my image for it. For the rest of these exercises in the tape, we'll breathe in and out the nose, and we'll move slowly. Some of the principles of movement are we move with smooth movement, with no hitches. We unify our breath. Inhale and exhale should be equal, same amount of seconds each way. And we want to use our whole body to move, just as always. The next exercise, number 6, is charging the center. With charging the center, we're going to have a couple different Qigong principles. Talk about those in a moment. The main focus of charging the center is building energy in our lower abdomen, which is the geographical center of the body. When you do that, it helps relax your heart and it helps relax your mind so you're not thinking as much. And it gives your physical body energy to do more stuff. So the first principle that we're going to talk about is belly breathing. Now it's really important when you breathe that you learn how to breathe with your lower belly doing more work than your chest. So some people may breathe, take a deep breath and go and raise their shoulders up and tense their neck and tense their chest. But that's opposite of what we want to do in Qigong. We want to have a relaxed breath. So we learn how to breathe down in our belly. And what that means is our diaphragm muscle right here below the lungs is going really deep and pulling breath into our body. And our whole upper body above the diaphragm stays relaxed. And so belly breath, when I inhale, my hands will go forward. I'll accentuate that. So if you two could, Sylvia and Bob, do some belly breathing. And if we could see that on the camera. That looks really good. So with this exercise, we're learning how to belly breathe, and we're learning something called the pelvic tilt. The pelvic tilt means that we take our pelvis, and when we inhale with that belly breath and we lower our knees a little bit, our pelvis, the lower front part of our pelvis, moves forward with the inhale, back to neutral with the exhale. So everybody, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This is a very valuable way to move, to learn how to move. It will help you solve a lot of physical problems and energy problems. You can use it in every activity that you do. Okay, good. So now, putting the pelvic tilt together with the belly breath, we will now do the charging the center exercise. Place both palms over your lower abdomen, and one way you know where you're in the right spot is one thumb is on the belly button and the other palm is on top of that palm. It doesn't really matter which palm is underneath. Now, inhale, bend your knees, pelvic tilt. Exhale, come back up. Knees still slightly bent. Inhale, exhale. Put your focus in your lower belly. You can just feel your energy sink down when you inhale. Be smooth. And when you exhale, keep your focus here. keep going. Notice as we bend our knees that we're not bending our knees so far that our kneecaps pass the front of our toes. We squat back a little bit, even as we bend down straight down. We don't want to make our knees go in front of our toes. It's hard on the knee. Notice the pelvic tilt. Notice the focus on our center. Inhale, exhale, and let go. One more important thing about charging the center, and important for all Qigong, is something called the Dantian. D-A-N-T-I-A-N, Dantian. The center that I'm talking about, the Chinese call it the Dantian, so you might come across that term here and there. It's all over through the literature. And it just means the center of the body. A lot of people think of it as a ball of energy or a strong ball bearing in there. But we put a lot of focus in the center of the body on the Dantian because it makes us more healthy. The actual translation is field of elixir, and that's the Dantian. The next exercise is charging the kidneys. With charging the kidneys, we are actually building energy up in the kidneys, and that's our main purpose. In Qigong theory, if you give energy to the kidneys, then it helps the whole body be more healthy and energetic. The main principle that we're using is open the gate of life, and I'll show you where that is on Sylvia. So if you come over here. So the kidneys first are actually usually higher up than most people think there are. They're not too low in the back. You want to be up where you feel some ribs. The kidney is basically halfway beneath the rib and halfway below the rib. So part of it's on the muscle. And it's about the size of her fist. Now, that's where the kidney is. And the gate of life is right in the middle of the lower back, right where it arches the most. It's exactly opposite the belly button on your back. Now, go ahead and arch backward a little bit, Sylvia, the other direction. That's how you open the gate of life. When you open the gate of life, you not only help the strength of and the health of your lumbar spine, but it feeds your kidneys with energy, and it's a very useful principle to learn how to do. And her hands will be right about like that when we do the exercise, and the gate of life is between her fingers, and the hands are over the kidneys. To begin the exercise, you bring your hands behind your back, which opens your lungs pretty nicely. If you can't quite do that, instead of the palms, you can have the backs of your hands on your back. That would look something like this. Basically, we do the same movement that we did in charging the center, number 6. We inhale into the belly, we pelvic tilt, we lower our knees a little bit, and then we come back up. Except in the charging the center, our focus was on the Dantian area in the front, and in the kidney exercise, charging the kidneys, we're focused on the back. So we bring some of our consciousness to the back of us, which we're usually not there. We're usually all out in front. So this is very good to balance our internal focus. So it looks like this. Inhale, exhale. Be smooth. Inhale, exhale, and be even. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you have lower back pain, this might be just the exercise for you. I taught this to one woman who was on pain pills before she learned it and threw them away after she learned it. Feel your lower back open when you lower and inhale. Feel your lower back push back also to open that gate of life. Relax your shoulders. Get in a groove. So you'll want to do 12 to 24 of these, just like as in their last exercise. And slowly lower your arms. The next exercise is charging the chi ball. Charging the chi ball is one of my favorites. It really feels very nurturing and nourishing and relaxing at the same time. I often use it before I work on people to prepare myself and to charge my hands up, which is the main purpose of this exercise, to charge the hands up with energy as well as the whole body. The main principle, the Qigong principle, is to use the whole body to move the hands. So it's not just the hands moving, but all of me, all of you moves when you do this exercise. So the inhale is inhale, exhale. And we follow about a 3-second inhale and about a 3-second exhale as we do this. One of the things that does is help your lymph flow in your body move in a full fluid way. In fact, the lymph rhythm is said to be 3 seconds of pulsation, 3 seconds of relaxation. And so doing such an exercise with your breath aligned, your movement aligned, also is very good for your immunity and for your body relaxing through the lymph system working all together. Feels very good as you do this. Rocking back and forth a little. Inhale, pelvic tilt. Exhale, pelvic neutral. Okay, join me. Inhale. And you feel as you do this, the hands are connected with each other. Using as little muscular effort as possible. And keeping the hands about the level of the dantian, not raising them higher or lower than that. And using this kind of seaweed-like movement of the arms. Begins to balance the left and right sides of your body and your brain as well. Looks good. Have some wrist motion as you do this. Nice soft arms. Use your whole body and feel with your whole body. A little slower. One more. And let go. The fourth flow is balancing, and the purpose of balancing is to regulate and equalize all the energy in the body. So first we warmed up, then we cleaned, cleansed, then we charged, brought in more energy. Now we have all that great new fresh energy. We want to balance it throughout our body. So this is like a mountain lake where the inflow is equal to the outflow, and all the waters are blending together beautifully and calmly. Very nurturing. Balance, by the way, can be a synonym for healthy, another word for healthy. Exercise number 9 is called streaming the fountains. Now this one's a little different than the exercises we've done so far, as we have 2 different movements. First we'll do something called the earth movement, and then we'll do the heaven movement. The purpose of streaming the fountains is to take your consciousness out of your body a little bit. So instead of just focusing only on your body, you focus on the energy around of nature, and then you blend with that. And this is done a lot in Qigong practices. The principles that we're using are to align the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So we're going to be bending and squatting a little bit. When we do that, we don't want to twist our knees in or out or have any kind of funny little things. We want to go straight down and straight up. It's very good for your leg joints and especially for these muscles right here, your quadriceps. Your quadriceps need to stay strong in order for you to live long. So the first thing we'll do is we'll connect to the earth energy. And the earth energy in Qigong thought is like this compressed rock ball underneath us. It has all these minerals and energies that are below us and going inward. The heaven energy we'll do next is the expansive energy of the stars and the planets and the spinning galaxies. So to do the earth energy, you relax down, and then you imagine that you're reaching below your feet into the ground, and then bringing the flow of earth energy up through your body, fountaining out the top of your head on all sides, here, like a great fountain all around you in an egg shape, back into the earth, and then back up through you. So you do that 6 to 12 times, like that.